Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. Well, today we're over here at the sawmill, but we're going to run our winding motor. Got some beautiful cedar. Come right back and we'll talk about whose it is, what it is, and what we're going to do with it. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back. We appreciate you tuning in today. What we've got is a good local customer of ours. He runs a storefront. He don't sawmill, he just sells finished lumber. And he bought this off Marketplace. It's a 16-foot cedar, got some 12-foot, and I got another stack of 10-foot. And he wants us to basically S4S it. Now, I had him go through and sort it. It was pretty good. We had some boards here that were wider than I told him we could run, so we had to edge those, and they're ready to run. So we ended up with 8s, 6s, and 1 4. And let me show you why I don't like to buy cedar. You see this? That's called heart rot. And unfortunately, the most of the cedar we get around here has that in it. And that board is extremely hard to sell, because there's not a whole lot there. And that's why I pretty much got out of the cedar business, because everything I was getting was this. And you may not see it when you first cut it. You see a little line, and then you dry it, and it does this. And you ended up throwing away 30, 40, 50% of your boards, because you couldn't sell them as a good board. So I just move on to something we can cut and sell. I'll still get it if I can find some pretty stuff, but I haven't found any lately. Now, we got our motor set up in what's called S4S. We're cutting the top, the bottom flat, and we're cutting both sides flat. This 6-inch board will end up being a 5.5. This 8-inch board, we're actually going to try to run them at 7 3/4. The machine, it's cedar. It don't seem to pay it no attention. Unfortunately, this was all sawed on a circle mill, so, you know, thicks and thins. I got some that's 1 inch on one end and almost 1.5 inches on the other. And he's going to have to pay extra for them, because we're going to probably set them to the side, run them through our grizzly to get that big fat butt off of it, and then we'll run them through our winding motor. Nothing I can do. I'm not feeding. I got my machine set up to do just slightly above 7/8 of an inch, and I'm not interested in feeding an 1.5 inch of material in there. It's just taking off too much. So that's why the grizzlies here. We'll run them through once, twice to get that thick part off of them, and we'll run them again. It'll be an added charge. You know, we don't work for free. Another good reason to have a planer at your sawmill. Now, I know a molder is out of your budget for a lot of people, okay? But you can definitely afford a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 planer. They come in extremely handy. A lot of people you sell wood to won't have a planer that can do a 20-inch wide board. But if you do, that's something else you can add value to your lumber before you sell it to them. Especially if you're selling air-dried, kiln-dried stuff. We've got a bunch of slabs in the kiln that, unfortunately, Matthew and I are probably going to run through the grizzly, make them look pretty. So, anything you want to add on this, Matthew? Just
a lot of boards.
It's what?
A lot of boards.
A lot of boards. This stuff's 16 foot long. He'll get a premium for it, because you just don't see 16-foot cedar around here. So we're going to make the best product we can out of what he brought. We're glad to do the work. I just wish it had been sawed a little more uniform, but we'll manage. So enough talking, let's get everything fired up. Oh, we run a test piece, so let's run over and look at it, and then we're gonna run the rest of them. Okay guys, we're over here. Here's our test piece we run. Beautiful, four-sided, good smooth finish. If you're just doing woodworking, you can probably start at 220 grit and move your way on. We left these, like I say, at 7/8 thick for two reasons. One, he didn't care. And two, if he sells it to somebody building something super nice, they got a little bit they can run through their planer to take it down to 3/4 if they want to, or they can use it just like it is. So, a lot of questions you got to ask when you're doing this kind of work. Make sure you get back what the customer's intending. So, enough talking. It's getting hot. We're gonna get these going. Okay guys, welcome back. We're done with the 16 footers. We had 4 sizes and we ended up making 3. 7 3/4, 5 3/4, and we had 2 4-inch boards. So I'm happy with it. It was like 980 linear feet, and when we're doing something like this, that's how we charge, is by the linear foot. We had 15 that come in too wide. It's 10 inches. So we had to charge for running them through the edger to get them down to 8.5 and then run them. But that's just part of it. Now, we got another stack over here. We'll go over here and show you, open it up, and we got to sort through it. We don't have to, but it'll make running it a lot faster. We'll sort through, see what widths we got to work with, and then we'll just do the same thing again. So let's go take a look. Okay guys, we got our stack over here. We're going to unband it. We don't use these plastic bands, but that's what come in on it. He told me what he paid for that bander. I would never have done that. He said like $8,000 for a plastic bander. But anyway, we're gonna go through these. This one looks like somebody tried to plane it. It was struggling. Like I say, we're gonna go through them, see how many different sizes we got. The first bundle was pretty good. This one, yeah, we'll see. Okay, Matthew, let's set the 6s in the middle. I need a 9. That's not 9. 8. Oh, 6. That's almost 6. Yeah, somebody done some planing on these already.
Now we got a bad enough bow, it's not gonna make a 6.
Re-edge it to a 4.
Yeah.
How about this one right here? Yeah, that won't make it. Pull your 6s back the other side. There you go. Yeah, we're also looking, if it's got a horrible enough bow, we'll just edge it, make a better, straighter board. It's got an 1.5-inch bow over 12 feet. The machine's not gonna get that out. How about that one? Stand it up. Whoa! It's a little extra work doing it this way, but it'll make running it go a whole lot quicker. Just part of the work. Unfortunately, it's out here in the sunshine right now. It's hot. Check the curl on that one. Lord have mercy. Can you guys see that? This the planer will not take, or motor will not take out. Absolutely too much. Yeah, I think somebody made an effort at planing these and figured out they didn't have the equipment for it. Well, there's a bunch of these been through once. Yeah, somebody put a lot of effort into this pile, but didn't finish it. Have to make sure when I run them don't take much off of them. They ain't got much to give. Oh. Okay, there's our sizes: 9s, 8s, straight 6s, 4s, and all the bowed ones were 6s. So we'll probably take him over there. Try to run them at probably 5, and I can still get 4 3/4 out of them. Leave them as much value as possible. So we'll get Matthew over here, pick these up, and we'll go run them. We'll be right back. Okay guys, we got them moved over here for Matthew. He's gonna run them. We'll probably run them all at 5 inches, right? Yeah, and then we'll go edge them. So here comes the noise. That wasn't too bad. We only had 12 that we knew were too far crooked to even try to run. So let's get set up over here and we'll start going through them. Okay guys, welcome back. We took a long lunch. It's hot, so we took a couple hours to let it cool off. We got the last stack over there. We went through and sorted it and took a wire brush and scraped all the gravel off of it. I don't know how they got so much gravel dirt on it, but that's part of running a motor. You got to watch for all that foreign material. How to kill the sharpness on your blades and nick them, burn them, and blades get expensive real quick. So we got 11 of them separated into 3 different stacks. We're going to run them through here and get this done. Look at this wood, isn't it beautiful? I already sent a picture to the customer. I actually posted a short on the YouTube this morning. The lady took the time to find my Facebook account and messaged me about buying it. And I said, well, it's not mine, I can't sell it, but here's the guy's number that owns it, and yes, it's for sale. So hopefully she's gonna buy some of this real soon. But gorgeous stuff. The Weinig doing a perfect job, just what we wanted. In running some of this, we found a bunch of boards that had been run through a planer, and upon talking to the customer, he had apparently tried to pay somebody to run this through with their little DeWalt planer, and it was taking way too long, and it wasn't doing the kind of job he was going to want to pay for. And we're not cheap. You know, we're doing this by the linear foot. It is not cheap by any means. But he dropped it off Friday, and he could pick it up today, being Monday, but he said he'd come by tomorrow. And, you know, he's ready to go back, put it in his retail outlet, and try to make some money off of it. So time has a value just as much as labor. So in his case, paying more to get it done quickly, and get it done correctly is a good investment. And I hope he sees that when he sees the final product that he takes back. I'm quite happy with it. I would sell it to my customers, so he shouldn't have any issues selling to his customers. I always bear that in mind. You know, if you're, sometimes I deal with the end customer, sometimes I deal with the middleman. In this case, it's the middleman. And I will make sure that he's got a product that he can sell to his customers. And I told him he was about 90% perfect. I said, you gonna have about 10% that's got some heart rot, or maybe didn't clear both sides perfectly. And I can't help that. We didn't saw it. Some of them were thicks, some of them were thins. And we're giving him back the best we could make out of what he brought. So, enough talking. Let's fire this thing up, make some sawdust. Okay guys, welcome back. Matthew and I finished up the Cedar. He's overjoyed, I'm overjoyed to be done with it. It's extremely hot. Turned out beautiful, got no complaints. Like I say, we give them back the best product we could out of what they brought. I'd say it's probably 90% of them are perfect, 2-sided or 4-sided. And then there's a few that missed a little on top or the bottom or one side or the other, just because of excessive bow or they were cut a little too thin. So, talk about numbers. I figured up 2,780 linear feet, and that included around 40 boards that we had to run through the edger, and I charge linear feet for doing that. So, it's 2,780 linear feet that we run, and it turned out great. I'm happy with it. New customer for us. I hope they'll be back. Like I say, this guy runs a storefront, and I already had people messaging me wanting to buy it, and I'm like, no, call him. Belongs to this guy. So hopefully we can help him move it, and we'll do some more of this in the future. It's just another thing you can do in your business model to try to keep things flowing. I say it all the time, guys. You can saw green lumber and go broke. You got to add value to what you do. Be that a kiln, a grizzly planer sitting there behind you, or this Weinig molder, or you're doing woodworking, or you're doing slabs, you know, you've got to have a few other things going besides just sawing green lumber. Very few sawmills will make it just sawing green 2x4s, okay? Yeah, I'll do it. I don't mind doing it, but these other things pay, and they pay better. And I like working for homeowners, but homeowners usually have a couple little projects and then they're done. You may never see them again. Contractors are your best buddies because they are constantly going from job to job to job. If you take care of them on this job, they get over here and they say, it's called Bearded Lumber. They do good work. Yeah, you know, you got to work on your business model, what works for you in your area. Whew, hacking up cedar. It works great for Matthew and I here in Western North Carolina, what we do. So hopefully that'll help. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon doing our videos. Couldn't do it without them. I appreciate it. Each and every one, they take the time to go through and edit and cut out all the talking I do to make it something worth y'all watching. If you get a chance, check out Solomon's channel, Third Beard Fishing. He's been growing a lot. Been doing a lot of fishing here lately. And we hope to go see him here in the fall when it cools off a little bit. It's too hot in Florida right now, but cools off a little bit. We'll go down there and spend a week with him. As always, a big shout out to Wood Miser. Couldn't do it without him. Our LT70 is a great piece of equipment. We finally got, I think we're about there. We found one little item the other day, and but we're happy with it. It saws good, saws straight, up and down. It's perfect. Can't complain now. We had some growing pains, but we're beyond those, and we're quite happy with it. If you need anything, give Joe Main a call. He'll be glad to help you out. His phone number will be in the description. Got any comments about what we do or some things that you don't see us do? If you got a video suggestion, drop in the comments. I read every one, answer every comment, and I appreciate each and every one of you watching, guys. If you need a hat, check out our website, beardedlumbernc.com. All we got on there is hats, but we got 5, 6 different styles, colors. If you want one, I'll be glad to ship you one out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.